hate camping, bro. I seriously freaking hate camping, and if you've been on my channel for a while, you know how much I hate camping. You know how much I hate the woods. Like, that's just the worst combo. Being in the woods sucks. Camping sucks. Being in the woods while camping, can't think of anything worse than that, honestly. But, in this one we got 6 camping encounters that will make you afraid of it. You don't gotta make me afraid of it. I'm already terrified of it. I'm already petrified to do it. So, don't gotta worry about that shit. We're gonna turn the lights off. This isn't really your typical scary video, I guess. I don't know if it has to do with ghosts or not, but it's probably humans. Because humans are the scariest thing, and you don't know who's lurking out there in the woods. Like, that's the one thing about camping that I just hate, bro. Like, in the woods, you don't know who's out there with you, man. And, like, if you're in the middle of the woods, there's 360 degrees around you of potential danger that can come for you. And you don't know who's watching you, because if you have a fire lit outside, you can be seen from so far away, bro. Like, it's just, no. I'll never do it. I'll never do it, bro. I will never go in the woods. I will never camp. I will never camp in the woods. Never. Not happening.
Okay, I got the camera angle set right. So just sit back and enjoy Whispering Woods. Nope. Woods that don't speak loudly. Nope. It's Wilderness Whispers. Wilderness Whispers.
That's Wilderness the channel name, yes.
The absolute best. Enjoy.
Alright, Wilderness Whispers. That's the channel name. Got a new one here. See what he's all about.
Casey Anderson is a wildlife filmmaker and adventurer.
That voice is crazy.
All of his videos are produced with
face-to-face with a man-eating tiger. Bear spray versus bullets, which is okay.
Such high quality that every single one feels like a movie. So, if you love wilderness, I definitely recommend his channel. I mean, the actual wilderness. Not me. Anyway,
hey, we're 30 seconds in, I already like it.
Sets out to find and film animals. But in this particular video, they end up getting an unexpected guest. He heads deep into one of the most untouched and remote wilderness areas he's ever explored. Nepal's Babai River Valley. His mission, camp right in the middle of it
and
try to track down a tiger on foot.
Are you crazy?
Remote regions of the Bardia National Park area, a place called the Babai River Valley.
That looks beautiful.
There's only one road in here, and it's the road that we're on right now, and it is a rough one. This road accesses some very remote military camps, and that's the only people that are coming back here. The Terai region is the area, the floodplain, where we spend most of our time tracking tigers, and now we've gone north more up into the Himalayan foothills. It's kind of where that floodplain meets the Himalayas. And this area is filled with all kinds of crazy wildlife. Sloth bears, potentially clouded leopards, big herds of elephants, tigers, everything.
As the sun dipped below the horizon, it was time for them to set up camp. After that, they all gathered around the fire and started talking about the dangers lurking nearby, mainly elephants and tigers. With that in mind, they decided it was best to take some safety precautions.
Those tigers already have seen you coming from a mile away, man. I'm just saying. They've already seen you before you even know they're there.
Tigers, rhinos, elephants, all pose danger to us at camp during the night. I've seen the destruction elephants can do to houses in the village, and I can't even imagine what a herd of angry elephants could do to us in our tents.
The biggest danger we face is from wild elephants.
I don't know if that's the biggest one.
Camp, kill us if they want to. So we've got a few precautions. This is an interesting one I've never seen before. The guys are going around the perimeter of the camp and putting rope and string that's been soaked in kerosene
like
the camp.
Scare them away. They don't like that.
Elephants hate the smell of kerosene. But if they do come in camp, not only will they be deterred by the scent, the guys will light the rope on fire. So there'll be a flame barrier all the way around the camp that'll try to keep the elephant.
That is awesome.
They went to sleep with the plan to start searching for tigers in the morning, but what they didn't realize was that the tigers were much closer than they thought.
What I tell you, They've already seen you, brother.
Around 9 p.m., they were suddenly woken up by some loud, unexpected sounds.
Oh, that's, oh my god, yeah. I got chills all over my freaking spine, bro. Wow, all over my body, man. My hair is, oh, that would be terrifying.
Wow. Two of them. Hear that? That's tigers calling to each other. I'm in my tent. And the tigers are talking out there tonight. It's awesome to know there's tigers just outside of camp, and
it's awesome.
It's kind of freaky.
Yeah. I mean, you set up your camp to defend yourself from elephants, not tigers.
We'll see what happens.
What if tigers smell the kerosene and they come looking to see what that is? Like, elephants might not like it, but what if tigers get curious about it?
Throughout the night, they were woken up
They're cats, they smell
times
everything.
by other strange sounds.
Chital deer?
It's midnight. Hear the alarm calls from a gentle deer. They're coming from back there. Alarm calls. Again, something's out there. The gentle make very specific alarm calls towards tigers, and that is the tiger alarm call.
Damn.
In the end, nothing happened to them. They woke up in the morning and got back to searching, and eventually they did find that tiger.
There he is.
But what we take away
That's a
from
big
this is
girl
that
or
camping
boy.
in the wilderness is always unpredictable. Their plan was to go find the tigers, but somehow the tigers found them. Even though they didn't come close, it's still chilling to realize how near they actually were. Just imagine someone waking up in the middle of the night to relieve themselves in the woods, without knowing they might be steps away from an apex predator. It's a reminder that in the wild, you're never truly alone. Every time you step into the forest, it's like walking into someone else's home. Always be prepared. Take safety measures.
Yeah, let me just rewind this for a minute. This is exactly why I don't like the woods.
That in the wild, you're never truly alone. Every time
Boom! You're never truly alone. And this part.
you step into the forest, it's like walking into someone else's home. Always be prepared.
Like you're walking into someone else's home. We don't belong there. It ain't ours. Leave it be.
Take safety measures like they
At least
did,
I will.
and try your best never to be out there alone.
Never. I'll never be out there with a group of 14
swimmers
people.
were
I don't
enjoying
care.
the water at Lower Calf Creek Falls when something totally unexpected happened. Take a look.
Oh, what the
Fortunately, no one was hurt. And
Fly,
honestly,
shut up,
that
brother.
felt like a miracle. Seeing how many rocks fell without any warning really
Where
makes
do they
it seem
fall
like
from?
they were some of the luckiest people alive. If you watch it in slow motion, you can actually see just how close they were to being hit, and that sound the rocks made when they.
Bro, I thought that was like a military plane going overhead and shooting down into the freaking... That's what that looked like to me.
Slammed into the water? That must have been terrifying. I wouldn't be surprised if they had nightmares about it afterward. If they ever felt unlucky before, I think their luck was just saving itself for this moment. But it's also a serious reminder. Those Navajo sandstone cliffs are naturally unstable, and rockfalls can happen anytime, in any season.
That's
So
that's a
if you
lot
ever
of
go out
them.
there, be extremely careful.
I would never go in the water.
Brian and Emily are a beautiful couple who, in 2024, made the ultimate decision. They left their 9-to-5 careers behind and hit the open road, living and exploring full-time in their fully converted
look at the doggo.
Sprinter camper van. Honestly, it's probably the best thing they could have done, and something many of us dream of doing one day. Their videos are all about their adventures, taking us along for the ride and giving us a real look into what van life is like. But of course, when you live on the road long enough,
Damn.
you're bound to run into some rare and sometimes terrifying experiences. In this particular video, they did something different. They let ChatGPT take the wheel and plan a trip through British Columbia, Canada.
Hey everyone, we've been in Canada exploring beautiful British Columbia now for a couple of days on our way up to the Stewart-Cassiar Highway to start our journey up to Alaska. Between where we are right now and the start of the Cassiar, we have several hundred miles and we really don't know much about the area. It's so big and so vast and there's just a ton of different options. So we decided it might be fun to ask AI or ChatGPT where to go.
What could go wrong?
What could possibly go wrong? So we're gonna give it a prompt and we're gonna tell it that we've got, a couple of days and we want some free camping along the way. We want dog-friendly hikes and maybe also some poutine.
Yeah, maybe the best poutine in the area.
And let's see where it takes us.
We might not follow it to a T, but let's see what happens.
So first night, it's telling us to head to Beaurin Lake Provincial Park, which is about 2 hours from here. Looks like a pretty area. You want to check it out?
Let's do it.
All right, let's go.
They got the answer and the destination, hopped in the van, and hit the road. But as we all know, ChatGPT doesn't always account for everything, and it ended up sending them to a campsite that was closed. So they had to find another spot to camp.
Well, we just pulled into this campground, and all the sites say they're reserved, and there's no one appears to be working here. So we're thinking that this campground is still technically closed.
Well, there's just no one here at all.
Yeah, and it looks like they're doing like some road maintenance, and I think it's still just a sleepy little place that hasn't quite woken up yet from the winter. Beautiful, but this may be a first red check mark for AI. Wouldn't be free either, so that was the other thing, right?
Yeah.
All right, we got skunked on that site, but I think we got a pretty good lead on another, so let's go check it out.
Eventually, they found a place to camp, cooked up something simple, and settled in for the night. The next morning, they hit the road again, heading to their next location, which, thankfully, seemed a bit more promising than the last one.
It was like Burns Lake or something.
AI.
Well, I'd have to say I'm a little skeptical, not gonna lie. After yesterday driving like an extra 2 hours than we needed to, and not knowing that that campground wasn't open for this season, and it wasn't free, and it wasn't en route, not feeling really good about today. How about you?
I'm skeptical also, but at least it's getting us out there, like deep into BC.
True.
It was a pretty drive. We saw some moose, a lot of lakes and rivers. So worst case, we just see beautiful British Columbia that we normally wouldn't, because it is kind of taking us off route. But today's sounding maybe a little better.
Yeah, so for today, it has us going to Burns Lake, and it's about a 4-hour drive from here. It says travel through the Caribou Mountains along Highway 16, enjoying the picturesque landscapes.
They got to the spot, and thankfully, this one wasn't closed, but they still had to find their own campsite. Not cool, ChatGPT. Anyway, it turned out to be a pretty awesome location.
Wow,
They parked
that
the
is
van,
cool.
Experienced what felt like 2 different seasons within a
Damn.
few minutes, made some dinner,
It snowed
and
that
got ready to
much?
settle in for the night as the sun went down. But unfortunately, this night wasn't going to be as calm as they expected.
Day 319. 23 degrees Fahrenheit? Yeah, hell nah.
Got our first knock.
First knock.
5 o'clock.
Wait, was that not them outside the van?
You wanted to know what time it was?
Why?
Hey, I don't know if that's really what he wanted, but that's all he's gonna get.
And he's still just lingering out there. That's creepy, bro. Just all the way out here.
5:30 in the morning.
I don't think he really knows what's going on. Looks a little lost. There's a tent over here now that wasn't here when we went to bed.
Damn, that, yeah, nah.
Confused.
I think maybe he just had a really long night. First time he came by, he said he didn't have his phone. He asked what time it was. He's walking around looking for something. I think he's in this tent over here. He's just kind of moving stuff around, and I'm not that worried about it. Emily is, though.
It's just odd. He came, knocked on our door at 5
I agree.
o'clock just to ask what time it was. That's strange.
Not saying he doesn't have other intentions, but watching him, he does look very lost and confused about what's going on.
I wouldn't have the blinds up. I would put those curtains definitely down while I'm just standing here, because yeah, I wouldn't feel comfortable with the window being open like that.
And maybe he really did lose his phone. We'll keep our distance. I'll keep my eye on him. Got a couple things outside. They're still there. That's good. One is a trail cam, so that might pull some interesting footage from that.
Didn't capture the bears we wanted, just...
What did I say?
You
Humans,
wanted.
Stay away from the van. We just want wildlife.
Now, what do I think about this man? To be honest, it did seem really suspicious. I mean, showing up at 5 a.m. to knock on someone's van door. Yeah, my guess. He saw the van parked in this remote spot. Probably assumed it was abandoned for the night and knocked just to check if someone was inside. That whole "what time it is" excuse felt like a cover, like he was trying not to come off as a thief. But in reality, maybe his intention was to get inside and take whatever he could. I know. I can't say for sure that's what would have happened, but it definitely felt that way. I've always said, in the wilderness, it's not the animals you need to worry about.
Yep,
it's the
exactly.
people. Especially when they show up doing strange stuff like this. Now, to be fair, there's always a chance the guy was telling the truth, but considering where they were and how it all went down, you can never be too sure.
I'll never
And honestly,
believe that.
Here's what really sticks with me. In that area, over the years, more than 80 women have gone missing or been murdered. So it really makes you wonder, if a woman had been alone in that van, would this situation have ended the same way?
Oh,
or in
dude.
a completely different, tragic
Let's
way?
say 80
Let me know
women
in
have
the
gone
comments what you
missing
think about this encounter.
or murdered
While
in
you're
that
down
area.
there, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. We're getting really close to 100,000 subscribers. It's totally free, and hey, you can always change your mind later. Chico is a man who loves the wilderness so much that he lives in a van, traveling around and exploring every forest he can find. He films his adventures and shares them on YouTube. His videos are super relaxing. He always speaks directly to his audience and tries to share valuable lessons along the way. But in this particular video, he came across something that left him genuinely confused.
We found a good spot to park, and we were there a few days, and it was getting comfy. We were just getting comfy. And then we had a crowd of people come in, and that was the Weekend Warriors. So the spot that we picked, we were alone, nobody else around when we picked the spot. Like I said, it got crowded after. We went to town, came back to our spot, was still there. There was a camper behind us, I would say 40 yards away. This guy had a nice rig and a nice setup, so I wasn't too concerned about somebody like that behind us.
But this is when it happened.
Damn. Is that English? Where are you? Who are you?
This is scary.
What the fudge?
Chico waited until everything went quiet, then packed up and left. Now, what was going on with that man? He was clearly angry, but why?
Yeah.
Was he fighting with someone?
That might have been why he was all the way out here in a camping van, bro. He might have been mad about something, went out there to kind of like de-stress. Maybe? I don't know, I'm just going out on a limb, bro.
Maybe he was being attacked by someone who didn't say a word. You can even hear him shout, "Who are you?" Or maybe he was just a guy who was angry at life and let it all out in the woods, thinking he was alone. Honestly, we don't know. But it was definitely a good thing that Chico didn't go over to check. He had no way of knowing if that man was armed or had bad intentions.
You leave him be.
No one really knows what happened out there. We can only hope that no one was in danger in that moment.
You leave him be, man.
Allison is a woman who loves to travel and is fully living the van life. She's always exploring new places, and she's an awesome storyteller. In this particular video, she sets out on a solo road trip with no real plan for where she'll sleep. Eventually, she does find a spot, but the experience ends up being one she definitely won't forget.
Then I started looking up Airbnbs, and there was a couple in the downtown
Nah,
area too, but
not
they also charged for
Airbnbs,
parking.
bro.
That was around like $35 a night. So then I started looking at places about 10-20 minutes outside of the city. One of them jumped out at me. Actually, two of them jumped out at me, but by the time I went to go book the one I wanted, somebody already booked it, and I was like, dang it, I was too slow. But I did find one. It looks pretty unique. It is about 20 to 25 minutes away from the city, but that's okay.
Well, after that, she did find a place to stay. She ended up booking an Airbnb, but at first glance, it wasn't exactly what she had in mind.
No way.
It's definitely out here. This is wild. Okay.
There's chickens? What?
Okay, I made it in here, and I guess I'm gonna reserve my judgment until I come back later. But this is a little bit out here, a little bit different than the pictures.
Yeah, the place didn't give her a great vibe, but she decided not to judge it too quickly. So she headed out to do a little exploring around the city. When night fell, she made her way back to the Airbnb.
Can't open the door.
Wow.
It's stuck.
Yeah, I would have just, you know, left,
All right, am I
bro.
tripping? This is kind of cute. So there's a little bench. There's a hammock, pumpkin patch.
I don't like the people that are around me, bro. If they're gonna see a new van, they're gonna know you might not be from around here or something because you're staying in an Airbnb. and they might just mess with you. You know, the people who are renting out that Airbnb might still be around this area, and you know, waiting for new people to come around and waiting to like pick on somebody like that is new. You know, you just never know, man. I don't know. I'd never stay in an Airbnb. Like, I am so skeptical of anything like that. If it involves people, I'm immediately skeptical of it, man. I just don't trust anything. Which is kind of how, I don't know, I think you have to be in today's world, but you know, I don't know, man. This though, even if I already rented it and you paid my money, I don't care. I'm leaving, bro.
Some kind of patch. There's a little situation if you want to sit down and chill. And there's the chicken coop. I think when I pulled up, it's this area that just looked kind of like in disarray, and that's the first thing I saw was like just like a bunch of stuff, just wheelbarrows tipped over, and it's maybe a place where they're doing projects, which could be like when I was building my van with my dad. So here's the tour. So one of the cool things, because you know I love music, all these records on the ceiling, and that goes throughout. And then looks like they're a country western fan, so like Johnny Cash, Hank Williams, Coke memorabilia. And then this is actually super cool. It's a little kick drum or
drum lamp
that they turned into a light. Then there's a desk, a TV. I think that might be a heater, I don't know. This is life right now, this AC. And this was going when I got here, so that's definitely appreciated.
Yeah,
so they're
wasn't that
still
bad,
around.
But it wasn't exactly good either. Still, she decided to stick it out for the night. But around 11 p.m., something happened that really made her start to stress out.
Somebody's coming.
What do you mean somebody's coming?
Somebody just pulled up. A new car just pulled up. I saw the flashing light through the little crack in this window. Maybe it's a new person for one of these other Airstreams. It's kind of late, bro. It's like 11 o'clock. Oh, somebody's walking.
Well, there was brake lights right there. Now there's not anymore.
Okay, so they're staying in this red Airstream next to me. Alright. That made me nervous because I just saw lights flashing through this window. Okay. I'm gonna try to fall asleep now. Let me just check out this window real quick because I heard some noises earlier, but they went away. I think we're doing all right. I'm hearing noises.
If you got here, that means you're awesome. And the secret word is
what the
amazing.
fudge was that? What was that?
If you got here, that means you're awesome. And the secret word is amazing.
That thing just went across the window. What was that?
I swear, if somebody pops their face up here...
Girl, why would you say that shit?
Freak the F out. Maybe like a low... like sound. I'm not making up ghost stories here. Maybe it's just the wind.
Oh god, 3 a.m. No way.
Turns out the people she was hearing were actually staying in a trailer nearby, but all the other sounds around her just added to the fear. She kept feeling like she was being watched or followed.
I wonder
like someone
why.
was out there, and honestly, Who knows if someone was? There were all kinds of noises, a door creaking, a window rattling, and while I think each one probably had a logical explanation, it still made the whole vibe feel off. Whether her instincts were spot on or just her imagination, it definitely felt creepy. Personally, I believe that if a place feels wrong and you don't feel safe, it's better to leave. Always trust that gut feeling when it's telling you something's not right. In this case, nothing ended up happening, but that's not always how it goes. So what do you think? Was something actually out there? Or was it just nerves getting the best of her? This next video was sent to me by Chris, who runs a paranormal group on Facebook and YouTube called NKPS Paranormal. In his downtime, he likes to go camping. Lately, he had been hearing strange things, like howling, sticks breaking, and getting some weird images and videos on his game cams. So he decided to head back out there, set up camp, and use some of his gear to investigate. What happened next left both him and the viewers in shock.
What's up, guys? Your friendly ghost hunter here, Chris. So I've decided to come back here and camp out for you all tonight. All my gear. I'm gonna see what happens. So I'll get back to you after I set the tent and everything up.
Now you know how I feel about ghost hunting gear. I usually skip the parts where they're trying to talk to spirits through those little gadgets. But this video isn't about invisible things or weird words popping up on screens. This one's about something, let's just say, a bit more physical. Chris set up his tent, got inside, started recording, and was using some of his equipment when this happened.
Well, I'm gonna give you all a few more minutes, and then we're gonna call this quit with this stuff. Then we're gonna go out and walk around and see what we can get into, see what we can find. And then we're gonna call it a night.
Oh!
Hey!
What?
What the was that? Jesus Christ. Something just literally jumped on this tent.
That was crazy.
Who is out there?
Bro, you just had a tent frog splash your tent. That's crazy.
Now, I don't know what that was, but I really...
Did I say that right? I don't even know what I said. If I didn't say you just had a ghost frog splash your tent, then that's what I meant. I don't know if I actually said that or not. I don't feel like I did for some reason, but that's what I meant.
I don't think it was human. Sure, I might not believe in those ghost hunting gadgets, but I can't deny how creepy it was that, right when something hit the tent, those things started beeping like crazy. Chris got out to check, but there was nothing there. And from what he told me, he's a father of 5. He doesn't seem like the kind of guy who'd fake something just for views. So I'll leave it to you. What do you think it was? Some strange entity lurking in the forest?
Oh, stop it.
Just someone messing with him in the middle of the night?
I mean, the timing of that seems like a ghost, bro. That's just saying. Like, I believe in that ghost equipment stuff for sure. I know not everybody will, and that's fine. But yeah, I believe in that stuff. And like right after that happened, right after that thing jumped on the tent, the phone said despair. The ghost talker thingy, whatever it is, said despair. So that, you know, the timing, bro, the timing of that is just insane. But yeah, bro, I hate camping. I freaking hate camping, man. Hope y'all enjoyed. If you did, please drop a like, hit that subscribe button. I'll catch y'all in the next one, man.